Oh man, certainly Carnival Cruise Corporation is a corporation that is trying to change its image when it comes to environmental issues. However, it keeps getting dinged with accidents and plagued by incidents. And well, last week the Carnival ELATION dumped about 6,000 gallons of gray water right into Port Canaveral. Now, I'm not looking to tell you a story to bash Carnival, I just want to report the facts. But it brought up a bigger question for me. Is there poop in gray water? Hey, what's up everybody? This is Tony with Lido Loca Cruising. If you are new here, or if you're a longtime viewer, you're into that crazy cruise content, cruise commentary, consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you don't miss out on any of our content. All right, let me tell you the story. Let me tell you the accident that happened last week on the Carnival ELATION. Carnival ELATION in port at Port Canaveral. They're trying to empty out their ballast. The ballast is filled with water. This is what keeps the ship stable. They take water out, they put water in to stabilize the ship. That's one of the ways they stabilize the ship. They were releasing water out of the ballast and a valve broke and released gray water into Port Canaveral, somewhere between like 5,900, 6,000 gallons of gray water. Carnival immediately reported this to the Port Authority there, and the Port Authority, working with the Environmental Protection Agency, made a determination that the water that was entered into the port there was not harmful to the environment, and that no charges or no violations or anything would be laid on Carnival. Carnival called it an accident. The people at the port call it an accident. It was an accident. But why it's a big deal is Carnival's been plagued for the last 8-9 years with these environmental issues. They were caught doing the wrong thing when it comes to environmental issues. Even one of their cruise lines, Holland America, they were caught dumping gray water into Glacier Bay. That was a huge story. Carnival's paid fines, they've been dragged into court. And just to remember, Carnival Corporation is a family of cruise lines. It's not just Carnival Cruise Lines. They are the large conglomeration of cruise lines. Holland America, Princess, Carnival Cruise Lines, just to name a few. And yes, they keep getting beat up on these environmental issues. I do believe that Carnival is trying to do the right thing with their environmental policies. They're just having a hard time getting there. But when I heard the story about the Holland America ship dumping gray water into Glacier Bay, the first thing that came to mind was they're dumping poop in Glacier Bay. Isn't that what gray water was? And I don't think I ever looked it up. That's just something I always assumed. Well, today I looked up what gray water was, and guess what? There's no poop in gray water. I thought that gray water equaled poop water, okay? But no, so gray water is the water that goes down the drain when you take a shower. It's the water that goes down the drain when you brush your teeth. Sometimes on the cruise ship, it's the bilge water. So that's why there are some environmental concerns with gray water, because sometimes that bilge water, like in the engine room, could contain oil. But for the most part, what's considered gray water is water that goes down the sink, not fecal matter. Now, I may be talking out of school and sharing too much. I have gone to the bathroom in the shower before, not number 2, but just number 1. So I guess gray water might contain urine, but no fecal matter. So gray water does not equal poop water. So when we hear the story that says that gray water was dumped in Glacier Bay, not poop water. When we hear accidental gray water spilled at the Port of Canaveral, not poop water. So that's good. There are U.S. regulations in place to protect the shoreline. The U.S. regulation says that gray water cannot be dumped within 3 miles of the shore. And Carnival takes it one step further. On its ships, they can't dump gray water unless they are 12 miles offshore, out in the middle of the ocean. So again, this thing that happened in Port Canaveral is an accident. But yeah, gray water is not poop water. That was shocking to me, but still a concern enough that you can't just dump it anywhere willy-nilly. Certainly other cruise lines have had their environmental concerns, but man, Carnival keeps getting called to the carpet time and time again. I know this is going to add fuel to the fire to those people that are already anti-Carnival Corporation, but look, it's the most popular cruise line in the world. It's the family of Carnival Corporation, puts more people on cruise ships than any other company combined. And so yeah, they're going to have to be out front. They're going to have to take their licks. Sometimes when you are the leader, everybody's ready to take a shot. So Carnival's got to keep working, and hopefully they clean up their act. I'm looking forward to see what all these cruise lines are doing when they come out with these new LNG cruise ships, the liquefied natural gas. These are supposed to really change the carbon footprint, the environmental footprint of these cruise ships. And of course, everybody's going to town when it comes to removing single-use plastic. The great straw debate, I predict in a few years the great straw debate won't even be a conversation anymore, but I did do a video if you're concerned about straws on a cruise ship. I've got some real practical advice for you. I'm going to suggest you watch that video. Hey, leave a comment below. What do you think about this? Gray water, poop water, straws, environment? Is it much to do about nothing? Or are these cruise lines need to step up their game when it comes to the environment? Thanks so much for stopping by. Tony with Lido Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido.